Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the A.I.S, the Arcs Interception Silhouette Black version from Phantasy Star Online 2, made by Kotobukiya. This is a game that I've never played and have no real knowledge about at all. I did try doing a little bit of Google searching just to find out some more information about this before recording this video, just so I could at least have a little bit of background knowledge about it. And really, there wasn't a whole lot that I could really find. I read the wiki page, I just kind of skimmed through that, and there wasn't really anything too special that I thought was really kind of worth mentioning to you guys. Basically, it's just a robot from the game. It looks really cool as a model kit, and that's pretty much all you need to know unless you're really super interested. In that case, I guess play the game. But anyway, Kotobukiya has made a couple different versions of this. This black version comes with this giant missile rocket thing. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'm going to say missile. Attached onto the front of his gun there, and it looks pretty cool. So, guys, I just want to say a huge thank you to U.S. Gundam Store for sponsoring this review. Again, they're getting more and more Kotobukiya kits in these days, so if you guys want to check out some Kotobukiya kits, check out their site there. You can use my coupon code there, as always, ZakuAurelius10. Save 10% on that stuff. And if you want to buy more Kotobukiya stuff, I'm sure that will encourage them to get more in stock. So check that out if you want. So cool box art here on the front, obviously featuring the large missile very prominently, as that's kind of the new feature of this particular kit. You can see the red version in the background. That version is also available. I believe that one doesn't come with anything really too special, though. This is basically that plus this new weapon part. So let's check it out. On the side is just kind of the same thing there, nothing too special. But on the bottom here we can see just the front and back image of that. So what it's going to look like all painted up and detailed and decal and all that, of course. You can see that just that gun is looking pretty ridiculous. But the missile not only just looks really cool, but does also have some functionality, as like the sides of that open up, and that looks really cool. I like that a lot. Then just so you can see all the accessories here. So it does come with just the smaller gun. It looks like some kind of maybe rifle attachment on there, or bazooka or something possibly as well. And then the sword, which is attached up on the top of his shoulder. And then water slide decals, very nice. Thank you for that. An action pose there, you can see, for example. I'm not sure about the posability, how it's going to be for this kit. I'm not expecting it to be like crazy posable, but I think it'll be pretty good. Here you can see how the kit is going to look just straight out of the box without any painting or anything done to it. So even just straight out of the box, it does look pretty nice in terms of the colors there. And the list price for this, 5,800 yen. It's not cheap, to be sure, considering this box is pretty much like the size of a box of a normal high-grade kit, which we would normally expect to pay around 1,600 yen to 2,000 yen, give or take. So it's going to be a little bit more of a pricey one. So not for everyone, but for super fans, we'll see. It does look very, very detailed. If you like smaller stuff, kind of reminiscent of Bandai's Pacific Rim kits. They were really not that big, as this one doesn't look to be very big either, probably around the size of a high grade by the looks of it. And not super complex, but really, really nicely detailed. That looks to be probably a similar case for this one as well. And yeah, it looks to be a lot smaller than I was expecting. But again, the detail does look really, really sharp on that. So, interesting indeed. Okay, so let's check out the manual here first off. Just the same artwork that's on the front of the box there. It's really nice artwork. On the back, just kind of the other half of that. So like opened up would be our box art there. Opening it up to the center page will give you the color and decal guide. So here's where to put the different decals on it. And down here we have the colors listed all there in Japanese, but you can translate those relatively easily if you are interested in doing that. Decal placement for around the top of the head area on the weapons, and then just a little bit of how to use water slides there. Going back to the parts list, we've got all of that here, and then this is basically on through the construction. There's nothing really too special to that, but let's just skip to the back and see if there's anything really there. It's just kind of showing how to use the different accessories and things like that, how to mount those and store those, and then how to put it up on an action base, a Kotobukiya base, I'd imagine. But let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so first up here are the water slide decals in white and blue, mostly white for just little lining bits, and then some blue kind of striping and markings on that. We do have some polycaps here in this light brown color, and it's just some ball joints. And we do have one of the rifles here, and it's just a whole part by itself, so it's just one piece, and it seems to be pre-painted, so I'm not exactly sure why, but there's that. So runner A, unsurprisingly, is in black, considering this is the black version, and this is marked just A.I.S. there at the top, so this is just going to be the same parts as with any version of the A.I.S. that you get. Runner B here as well, again, just parts, everything all here in black. But up close, you can see just all of that detail on there. So if you are going to keep it black, I mean, that's kind of a shame because I think a lot of that detail might get lost. But if you are going to be painting in a different color, or at least just like a dark gray or something, you could fill in all those details with some nice panel lining. This thing is going to look really, really nice. Runner C is just more of the same, parts in black, and we've got two of this C runner. And then runner D is in that light brown color like we saw with the polycaps, and this runner is in ABS plastic for some joints and inner parts. Runner E as well, light brown inner frame ABS plastic parts here. We've got two of this E runner. Runner F would be our weapons parts, and you can see there's just the sword, the rifle, and the parts for, again, I think that's a bazooka or something. And you can see here's that pre-painted part that we saw before, and it's the same as this one, except it's missing that connection piece there in the front. But so they gave you another one. I'm not sure if this was just off a different runner or something, and they just cut it off and painted it to match, but the color does match pretty closely. It's not quite the same though. This one is a little bit lighter. Runner G is just a few parts here in white. Runner H, a couple more parts here in black. Runner I is a few parts here in this nice clear aqua blue color. And the runners J and K are going to be the runners that are new specifically for this kit. So here's obviously the white parts, mostly just for the missile contraption. And then runner K in dark gray here for the couple inner parts inside the missile, and then like the main parts of the like launcher for that, which attaches onto the rifle. So there we go. The kit does look very, very nice, but I'm still, of course, just concerned about that high price tag for it. Even before I'm going to build it, I'm going to say that I'm really not sure that it's going to be worth that high price. But again, when you're considering the price of Kotobukiya kits, you have to consider just the fact that Kotobukiya is a smaller company, so they just don't have the extent of the production facilities that Bandai has, which can ultimately lower the cost a bit. They do extra processes in their production quality as well. The inclusion of water slides, which is a really small thing, but is something. And then, of course, the licensing. For a game like this, of course, Kotobukiya has to pay licensing fees, where Bandai owns Gundam, so they don't have to pay any licensing fees for things when they're making Gunpla. So there's a lot of reasons why it's more expensive. It's just kind of one of those things. If you really like it and really want to have it, then you just kind of have to maybe wait for it to go on sale or something. That might be a good chance to try to pick it up. Otherwise, you know, it's just kind of one of those things. You either like it and you really have to have it, or you don't. But let's just check it out in the review. Let's save any further judgments because, you know, maybe it'll just be really, really awesome. It does look really, really nice for sure. So let's see how good it looks when it's all put together. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you once again to USA Gundam Store for sponsoring the review. And I'll see you guys in the review. Coming up next. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.